Hello friends, SentinalhMC here, and welcome back to our Techguns tutorial series. In this episode, we're going to go over two more guns, the Tesla rifle and the Nether Blaster. Both of these guns require parts that you need to craft using the Fabricator. We can't do the sonic rifle yet because that needs a part from the reaction chamber, which we aren't going to cover for a very long time until we need to get there. So let's get right into it. There's a lot to go through about these two guns. So we're going to actually start over here with the Nether Blaster. It's actually the simpler of the two guns to craft, requiring simpler components. So the Nether Blaster can be crafted, turn that off, using two obsidian steel plates, a pump mechanism, which we covered back in the flamethrower episode, the hardened steel barrel, 4 cybernetic parts, and the Nether charge, which is the ammo for this gun. Alright? So you can craft the Nether charge here in the chemical lab, and the cybernetic parts can be crafted in the Fabricator or farmed from cyber demons in the Nether. So let's go over here and we will craft ourselves some cybernetic parts. All you're going to need, well, I say all, but you're going to need some plastic sheets, redstone, gold wire, and soul sand. The Fabricator will run and craft you some cybernetic parts. Pretty sick. I like that animation a lot. Alright, we'll head back over here. Once you've got those, you can craft yourself another blaster. Now you need the ammo. In order to craft the Nether charge, you need to go into a chemical laboratory. You need to fill it up with lava, and you need to put both soul sand and netherrack into it. And it will run, and it will craft you a Nether charge. 4 of them, actually, which is a really good recipe. It makes them very cheap. Once you go to the Nether, mine up some netherrack, mine up some soul sand, it makes it very cheap. The Nether Blaster has 10 shots per charge. You can run through them pretty quick if you hold the trigger down, but 10 shots per charge, that means you get 40 shots for 1 piece of soul sand, 1 piece of netherrack, and a bucket of lava. It's actually really cheap ammo. Of course, the gun itself, the cybernetic parts, it's not that hard. Once you get your Fabricator, this gun is very cheap to make. It really is. Okay, so let's test it out. We'll take a look at a few of its mechanics. So, the Nether Blaster, I think it's actually probably the gun that the Cyber Demon uses. It looks like it fits onto your arm, because that's like the back part. Anyway, it fires these bolts of fire. Pretty cool. Pretty good accuracy. It looks like it basically goes where I'm telling it to go. Pretty nice. It does have a maximum range. Actually, no, yeah, there you go. It fizzled out. So it does have a maximum range. It's not going to keep traveling forever, obviously. Down in the lower right, you can see I've got 10 out of 10 shots and times 4. That's, 10 shots per charge. If we look at its stats, we can see that it damage type is fire. It deals 14 damage to 8 damage. So 14 up close, 8 at a distance. At a range of 15, 30, and 50. So at 50, you'll be doing the 8. At 15, you'll be doing the 14. It has 0 spread, right? When I said that was accurate, I meant it. It's a laser basically. It's got no spread at all. Clip size 10, reload time 1.75 seconds. So it's it's a shorter reload time than a lot of the other guns we've covered, and has 15% armor penetration, like a lot of the guns. All right, so let's spawn ourselves some zombies. And get to it. So we'll set this to night. Well, let's make sure we're not in peaceful mode. Yep, we're not. So we'll hit the button. Oh, oops. I have to actually enable all the times a day. That would help, wouldn't it? So we'll set it to night. I can't thank Shiva enough for this, for setting that up. And look, it even glows at night. So the glow is really neat. Flip this on, get ourselves some zombies. Turn it off because it spawns a lot of zombies real quick, and we'll check out the Nether Blaster and see how it does, how much damage it deals, how quickly it kills zombies. Here's our zombies. They're gonna make quite a racket, I know. We will set our game mode to survival, just so that we can actually run through a clip. Oh goodness, there's other mobs coming after me. Oh well, I have some advanced combat armor, so we can take these guys down as well. Took him down. Took him down. 2 shots for him. Okay. Now it's empty. We'll reload it. Very quick reload. Nice. Okay, so this gun does not have spread. I mean, does not have splash. I fire it into the group. It's only hitting one zombie at a time. So there is no splash damage. We'll set this back to day so that we stop getting attacked by random mobs. Okay. So yeah, it's single use there. So yeah, it only hits one guy, takes a couple of shots. Not the most powerful gun in the world. Doesn't deal the most damage of even among the guns we've seen, I don't think. But it's got very cheap ammo. I mean, netherrack, soul sand, and lava. It's essentially infinite ammunition. I wanted to check something out. Yeah, so since it does fire damage, let's find out if we can cook some. If we can cook ourselves some pork. So let's spawn a pig and kill him. Nope. This is not an instant cook pork chop gun, unfortunately. So too bad. But it's a very nice gun. So as you can see, decently quick reload. You know, the size of the clip, it's not the best, but it's better than the revolver. And of course the ammo is cheap. So the Nether Blaster, it's not going to you know, destroy everything, but you don't have to worry so much about the ammo because it's very cheap. Now we'll talk about the Tesla rifle, which is an altogether more larger beast. So in order to craft a Tesla rifle, you're going to need a couple of other things. First of all, you'll need coils. Coils are crafted using 3 iron ingots and 4 copper wire. There you go. You need 1 coil. It's essentially the barrel of the Tesla rifle. You're also going to need the carbon receiver. The carbon receiver requires 3 carbon plates and 2 obsidian steel ingots, as well as mechanical parts made of carbon. We looked at how to craft these in the previous episode, carbon plates and blaze rods in the metal press. Then you'll need the carbon gun stock, which is crafted with 3 carbon plates and 2 plastic sheets. Finally, you can craft the Tesla rifle itself, after acquiring the ammo, the energy cell. We crafted this in our Fabricator episode, but just to remind you, in order to craft the energy cell, you need plastic, redstone, copper wire, and gold. And there you have it, energy cells. So place that into the crafting bench, along with a coil, a carbon receiver, a carbon gun stock, redstone dust, and a glass pane. And that gives you your Tesla rifle. Remember that if you use an empty energy cell in your crafting, then the rifle will not be loaded by default. If you use a full one, it will be loaded by default. Now, you can't use your Tesla rifle very much after you crafted that, because, well, it won't have any power. The Fabricator crafts empty energy cells, so you have to charge it up. How do you do that? You use the charging station. This runs on RF. I'm powering it with a creative capacitor from Immersive Engineering. You can plug RF into any side of the charging station. It's crafted using a circuit board, which we looked at in the previous episode, 2 gold wires, 2 coils, and 4 steel plates. And that gives you the charging station. Then all you need to do is grab yourself an empty energy cell, stick it in there. It'll go through that awesome animation and be charged. It takes 50,000 RF to charge it. It's not a slouch. Charging station itself buffers 100,000 RF for a reason. Alright. Now that you have that, you can use yourself the Tesla rifle. Tesla rifle has a red dot sight, which basically just allows you to get a little bit of a zoom when I right click. I'm right-clicking here, and it gives you a bit of a zoom, but it's not really all that useful, I don't think. It looks pretty awesome, and it fires like this. Fires lightning bolts. It even makes a thunder sound. Pretty awesome. 25 rounds per energy cell, and I currently have 2 of them, so that's why it says ×2. Very sweet. Let's take a look at the stats. Tesla rifle, damage type lightning, 12 damage per shot, a range of 10, all ranges, just 10, and a spread of 0. Reload time 2.25 seconds, and no armor penetration. So it's got a longer reload time, deals less damage per hit, and it has a shorter range than the Nether Blaster. However, what the Tesla rifle does, go back to game mode 0 just so that we can run out of ammo, is that it chains to other enemies and has that really cool death animation. So you can see that per shot, I was able to kill multiple zombies. Oh goodness, that was a weird little lag spike. I was able to kill multiple zombies per shot with this gun. It can fire this quickly. Well, that's interesting. I'm not actually seeing the lightning bolts anymore. You know what? I probably have my particles decreased. I don't know why it's doing that. It actually looks pretty cool though anyway. So for some reason it's not showing me the laser bolts anymore, but this is how quickly you can fire. Pretty quick actually. And then this is the reload. There you go. Same reload speed as some of the other guns we've covered. So yeah, that's the Tesla rifle. It's very good because of the splash damage, because of the fact that it can chain and hit multiple enemies. It would have taken me a very long time to kill all the zombies with another Nether Blaster. But with this, since it deals damage to other enemies next to it, it's very good for crowd control. Very good for taking out crowds of enemies. There are much better weapons for taking out single targets, weapons that deal higher damage. But if you've got an infinite supply of energy, so you can just keep using these energy weapons, because all you gotta do is recharge them, then this could be a very good weapon for you. Now, there is one more thing I want to check. So I want to go in. Remember that you have this safety setting on your weapons. Now, I want to turn off safe mode for the Nether Blaster, and I want to see if it can light things on fire, because it does deal fire damage. So let's see if you turn the safety off. Yes, it does set fires. So it is like the flamethrower. It does set fires to things if you have safety turned off. What is that? Oh. So you can use it to make your game look like Vietnam. I just wanted to check that out. What about this? Does this do anything when it's not in safe mode? Probably not. Nah. But the Nether... Oh, out of ammo. But that's the Nether Blaster definitely lights things on fire. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. About these two very interesting energy-based weapons. One doing fire damage, one doing lightning damage. The next episode we'll go back to some more traditional bullet weapons. We'll get through those ones that we haven't talked about yet. We'll get and eventually we'll get up to the like the really awesome stuff that you need the reaction chamber for. So in the next episode, just expect a couple of rifles, and it'll be a good time though. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for future episodes. Join our Discord if you want to talk with us, and it's a great place to ask questions. I'm SentinalH, and I'm signing out.